Welcome to the Harper Tech Academy. Today we're going to have a look at portion control. This is one of those very important skills that a chef needs to provide consistency, profitability, and to keep that customer experience as high as we can. So let's get going. I love these practical mixes. Today we're going to have a look at the reasons for portion control. Then I'm actually going to use an example of a recipe and show you how that it actually calculates a standard recipe, how it gives you a good yield, and then we're actually going to have a look at the types of control tools we can use, and it's a lot easier than you think. Okay, from a previous mix, you know what this is. This is the standard recipe card, and how portion control helps, which actually maintains consistency, so each dish is the same. It also helps with profitability, making sure that we're not wasting food or giving more away than was in the original standard recipe. Precision in ordering is so important. It actually also helps a restaurant keep the profitability happening. And finally, we're constantly striving to exceed expectations with customers, and portion control will definitely help this. So let's start with an example. We have a beautiful sirloin steak with mashed spud, broccolini, and a little bit of jus. So when we actually look at the calculations, the sirloin steak, we actually put in the standard recipe the untrimmed, so that's the fat that comes off. Trimmed weight of that steak is 200 grams. Looking to the mash, and when we calculate that, you're actually looking at around 50 grams of potato per dish, 5 mils of cream, 5 mils of butter, and salt and pepper, which is not that expensive. Then we're looking at the broccolini. So calculation on the broccolini is around 50 grams prepared, ready to go. And finally, the jus, which is a very fine gravy, which is made based on beef bones. We've got tomato paste, we have carrot, celery, and leek, and all of this was put into the standard recipe. As promised before, portion control is not as hard as you think. Portion control tools is actually trimming that sirloin and actually weighing each one to make sure that it is within a couple of grams, and that's a real skill. Alright, next on that dish is the potato. So let's have a look at the portion control. Weighing of the potatoes. We're also looking at kitchen spoons here for scooping them out. I know a big trick for portion control in a function is an ice cream scoop. So it's a level ice cream scoop, so we know we have enough. And sometimes they will actually measure in a cup to give you that portion control. Even though the veg is cheaper, we still have portion control on that. It might be the weight. We also use a bowl to make sure that we have only enough veg and we're not wasting any time we serve a portion. Jus is very expensive to make, so when we're actually looking at jus, we might use a ladle, and we know how much of a size of a ladle. Sometimes we'll actually measure it for a function, and for every 10 portions we know that we need that amount of jus. When you look at it, portion control is actually common sense. Every restaurant that does well does this. You'll see this with us doing it for functions. You'll also see it at work placement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time at the Harper Tech Academy.